Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to your class. I am your new teacher. Obviously, we haven't met yet, so let me give you a brief introduction. My name is Atre Desharkar, and I will be taking your biology classes from today onwards. When the offline classes will start, we will meet properly. So, for now, let's move to the topic. So today our topic is, as you can see in the board, that it is animal tissue. So previously you have learned about what is a cell and what is a tissue. So just let's do a quick recap that what is a tissue. What is a tissue? So tissues are nothing but a group of cells. A group of cells, right? Any in our body, can we call any given group of cells a tissue? No, we can't do that, because there are 2 points which you all need to remember. We all need to remember that a group of cells which are structurally and functionally similar. Structurally and functionally similar. Okay, these 2 points should be remembered, that the structural and functionally similar group of cells are called a tissue. You have already studied that. So you have also studied that types of plant tissues are there, which types of plant tissues are there, and what they do, and etc. etc. So now we move to animal tissues. Okay, now we are going to talk about animal tissues. What are animal tissues? Obviously, tissues present in animal bodies. Okay, sorry. So whenever we do a classification, we need some basis, right? We do classify everything on some basis. So on which basis we classify animal tissues? First, let's see that. What are the basis for the classification? So first basis is types of cells. Like previously we said that a group of cells form a tissue. So similar group of cells form a tissue. That means types of tissues are important. Types of, not types of tissues, types of cells. Types of cells. Okay. Here I am giving you an example. Think that all of you are a cell, right? All of you are one cell, each one. If we teachers give you any sort of group project or any group action, if we group project, you think, so if we give you to do that, like from class roll number 1 to 10 is a group, from roll number 10 to 20 is another group, and from 20 to 30, that is another group. So if we divide you in these groups and give you some kind of group projects, different projects, then what will you do? You will sit together and you will discuss how to do it, and then we will perform the task together. All of you will do it. So when the similar cells that have to do the same function, they tend to form a group, or we classify them in a group, so we call them a tissue. So that is why types of cells is an important basis. Second basis is their function. What functions they perform? Second basis is functions. Okay, what kind of functions they perform. And the third is their intercellular substances, or it comes under structural part. intercellular substances, what types of substances present, etc. Okay, these are the basis on which we classify animal tissues. So what types of animal tissues are present there? There are four types of, basically there are four types of animal tissues. Okay, their names are, you all know that? You don't know that, let me tell you. First one is epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue. Second number is nervous tissue. Second number is muscular tissue. There is no numbering in our body or anything. We will just go that is given in the book. Muscular tissue. Third number is nervous tissue. And 4 is connective tissue. Connective tissue. Epithelial, muscular, nervous and connective tissue. Okay. These are the 4 types. So today we are going to learn about epithelial tissue and their structures, their types and their functions. Everything we are going to know. So I am removing this part. We will move to epithelial tissues now. Okay. Epithelial. What does this word mean? Epithelial, what does this mean? Epithelial comes from epithelium. The word epithelium. Epithelial comes from the word epithelium. The general meaning of this term is that anything that is covering, anything that covers the outer surface or anything, that is the meaning of epithelial tissue. So it comes from the word epithelium. Epithelium. And what is the location? Where it is situated? Where do we find this in our body? Let's see that. Location is the outer covering of our body. The outer covering. The outer covering and the lining of the internal organs. And the lining of the internal organs. This is the place where we find the epithelial tissues the most. So the outer covering, as I have already told you that epithelium or epithelial means the covering. So it covers the outer layer or outer covering of our body and the internal organs, lining of the internal organs. There we can find our epithelial tissue. This is the location. So now, what are the specific characteristics? There should be some characteristics that is specific for epithelial cells, right? So what are the characteristics? First one is, they generally formed by a continuous layer of cells. A continuous layer is present there. So continuous layer of cells. Continuous layer of cells. Okay. The second number is, there is no intercellular space or substance present. So no intercellular space. In case of epithelial tissues, no intercellular space present. Okay. Then comes the shape of the cells. What are the shape of these cells? So third is, these cells can be of like a variety of shapes. They can be flat, they can be irregular, they can be cuboid, like square like, so cuboidal, and also columnar. So various types. There are various types. Okay, these are the characteristics which differentiates epithelial tissue, like epithelial cells, from other tissues like nervous and muscular, you can say, and connective tissue. These are the things. Okay, so now we will talk about the different types of epithelial cells. Okay, we have already told you that the outer covering and the lining of the internal organs are the location of epithelial cells. If we give some example, so first example should be, what is the outer covering of our body? We all know that is the skin. So first one is the example is the skin. Okay, skin is first example. Then the lining of the internal organs, that can be stomach. Stomach is an internal organ. Okay, that can be the windpipe. Etc. Many things, like the lining of the blood vessel, that can be the heart, anything. So these are the examples and the characteristics. Now we move forward to the classification part. What types of epithelial cells are present in our body? Okay, so I am doing the classification from here. Epithelial cells are of mainly three types. Three types of epithelial cells are present there. Okay, the first one is squamous. Squamous epithelial. Second one is columnar. Okay, all of these I am telling you here is given in the book. So you don't need to write all this. You just understand here it very well and then read the book thoroughly. You will understand everything. Okay, just listen here carefully and understand, and if there is any doubt, any questions or queries you have, you will ask me in the live session. Okay, columnar, and the third one is cuboidal. These are the three types of epithelial tissues generally found in our body, basic types. So the squamous cells, what are they like? If we okay, so the three classification it is given here. It is on the basis of their structural or their how we can, if we take a part, how it is seen. So basically on the structural basis, this classification is mainly on the structural basis. They have different functions also, but that is another thing. Okay, squamous epithelium cells, they look like flat from the surface view. When we look from the surface, that looks like flat or irregular or hexagonal types. Okay, I am just drawing it quickly. It is not a good like very good picture. I am just drawing for your understanding. Okay, so I completed the drawing now for the time, for saving the time. Now let's move forward. So what was I saying? As was I saying that the squamous, columnar and cuboidal epithelium are the three parts. So squamous epithelium is the flat-like or hexagonal type of cells. The nucleus should be here. Their nucleus. Okay, let's discuss about squamous epithelium. But its appearance, what it is looks like is, first one is appearance. So appearance is flat, it is flat, it is irregular, there is no particular shape, you can see that, irregular or hexagonal, etc. It is there is no particular shape, it is flat, a plate like, it is a plate like. Okay, the second point is the second point here is that the squamous epithelium, where do we find it in our body? We find it, the location, first one is the appearance and second one is the location. Where do we find it? We find it in the inner lining of the blood vessel, inner lining of blood vessel, inner lining of blood vessel, then also in the lining of heart, esophagus, epidermis of skin, epidermis means the skin, so epidermis, that is the skin, there we can find this type of squamous epithelium. Okay, where do it, what is the function of this type of squamous epithelium? It is mainly the, not all, not everywhere, in case of the epidermis, it does the protection. Okay, it gives the protection and prevents the germ entry. Okay, so for epidermis, the function is protection. We will talk about the functions of all the epithelial cells later on. So this is the protection part. Okay, then we come to the columnar epithelium. What it looks to you? It looks like a bottle, or there are like columns, one by one they are stacked together. So that is why they are called columnar. See, you see the names of these, all of these like epithelial cells, all the types, the name says it all. Name says everything about it. Squamous, it is flat like, columnar, it is column like, and for cuboidal, it looks like a brick of butter. It is like a cuboid shape or square shape. So we will move to that. First talk about columnar, that the cells are long, the height is much more longer than the width. So height seems length is longer than the width. Okay, length is longer. Second point is, where can we find this type of columnar epithelium? Where can we find that? This type of cells, epithelial cells, can be found in the lining of stomach, lining of stomach, intestine and pharynx. Okay, there can we find this type of columnar epithelium. And one thing you will note, that the nucleus of this columnar epithelium are near the base. So nucleus is near the nucleus is located towards the base. Towards the base. This is the basement membrane, so that is why. And for cuboidal epithelium, it is square-like. When you see it, when you see the cuboidal epithelium, you see that it looks like a square shape. The height and the width of the cells are like similar. They are not like, in case of columnar epithelium, length is longer, length is much more than the width. So here the length and the width is almost same. Length Okay, so this gives it a square like shape, and the nucleus is centrally located. The nucleus is centrally located. Okay, and where can we find this type of epithelia? We can find this in your thyroid gland, your kidney, your salivary gland, liver, pancreas, etc. Okay, this type of places you can find this. So these are the three types of epithelial cells that we were studying today. These are the characteristics. So you study from the book. They are the same. These are the same points given in your book. I have not added anything from outside. I am just describing it here for you to understand. Okay. Now moving to the function of the epithelial cells. Okay, I am now removing this and moving to the functions. What are the functions of the epithelial cells? Let's do it quickly. Functions of epithelial cells. First is, you already know that skin in our outer body, they are present in our outer body, so they give protection, prevents germ entry, they are also present in the stomach, lining of stomach, and also in case of salivary glands. So obviously they secrete some type of certain types of enzymes that are useful. So secreting enzymes from stomach and salivary glands. Third is, they also present in the lining of intestine. What is the function of intestine? They help to take nutrients from the digested food. So uptake of nutrients, from digested food in intestinal cells. Fourth is our sweat glands, our kidney, they do the excretion. So they help to remove waste products. So they are the epithelial cells lining there, present there. They help in the excretion of waste products. So cells in kidney or sweat glands help in excretion of waste products. Okay, so these are the things that epithelial cells do. So this is our today's topic, and I hope you all have understood this well. And if you have any questions or queries, you can ask me in the live class. And please please download the worksheet that I will give to you and complete it. Okay, so Thank you for